All right, ladies and gentlemen, it is my absolute pleasure to welcome to PowerrrSurge the president and CEO of the National Wrestling Alliance, William Patrick Corgan. Mr. Corgan, welcome to the program.
Thank you, Joe. CEO sounds so official, but I'll take it.
Well, you are the boss, and you know we have an incredible lineup for By Any Means Necessary. Fans are clamoring for it. We only have a few tickets left, and with the card that we have set in front of us, it's no surprise. It's no surprise that people are going and gunning to come to this show and see it in person.
Yeah, we're going to start trying to run more live special events that we're going to be filming for Powerrr. And so this is the first of hopefully a longer series. And on Powerrr, it'll be a two-part Powerrr. So the show will be divided up into two parts. So absolutely loaded card. Almost every main star of Powerrr will be appearing on this live event. So we're very excited about it.
I want to get your thoughts on some of the big main event matches. One of them we have involves our NWA World Women's Champion, Kamille. She is defending her championship against Kenzie Page, and there's a very interesting stipulation. I want you to talk to me a little bit about that.
Right. Well, Kenzie's faced Kamille before for the title, and of course, Kamille retained. That's apparent. But, you know, Kenzie has a very bright future. And I like the fact that she wants to be in the title picture. Secondarily, as everyone saw recently, Kamille attacked Melina without any provocation. She said she didn't like something. She said, well, Kamille says lots of things, as you know very well personally. She says lots of things people don't like, including you, including me. So I'm going to make this match a 2 out of 3 falls. I'm going to give Kenzie a very competitive opportunity. I think she deserves it. And at the same time, Kamille has to understand that being the world women's champion doesn't mean you just get to walk around anywhere and do whatever you like. You have a responsibility. You're one of the main people that this company relies upon, both for publicity, for marketing. And I want her to hold the Burke high with pride. And if she's not going to do business the right way, well, then the NWA is going to figure out how to correct that. And I know she'll squawk about that, but I want fans to see a competitive match. And I also want to give Kenzie a real opportunity to step up in what will be a high pressure situation.
Yeah, and speaking of high-pressure situations, we have to talk about everything that's involving Strictly Business, a huge tag team matchup that we are going to be seeing at By Any Means Necessary. Tom Latimer, Chris Adonis taking on the team of Trevor Murdoch and Nick Aldis. Your thoughts on this match?
Well, it's interesting, Nick and Trevor have aligned somewhat sort of emotionally, I guess you could say, to represent the company. I think Nick's taken his responsibility past being a champion to continue to be one of the main stalwarts of the company. And I think he wants to get in behind Trevor and keep things clean, both around Trevor and around himself. As Nick has said many times on Powerrr, he likes to settle things in the ring. So I know he wants this match. Strictly Business, of course, want to prove that Tom Latimer is a future champion. So I think it's an interesting sort of opportunity. And I'm still considering possibly adding some sort of stipulation to this match that will increase the stakes. But I think just the stakes are self-evident. If Tom Latimer and Chris Adonis can win in this particular match, well, they certainly have plenty of opportunities ahead of them as far as the title picture goes. Chris Adonis already the national champion, so at any time he can certainly make a case that he wants to be the world heavyweight champion in a match. Latimer's made no secret of the fact that he doesn't want to stand in Nick Aldis' shadow any longer. So it gets complicated in my head because there's so much going on, as we've seen in Powerrr. Strictly Business's attack on Aldis, absolutely uncalled for. And I know Trevor wants to step up and also support Nick in this situation. So I like the dynamics here, and I like the stakes. And like I said, I might even throw more firewood on top of this fire.
I like that. I like that we could get surprises all the way to just before the bell ringing at By Any Means Necessary in Oak Grove, Kentucky. And I can't let you go without talking about our big main event cage match, Crimson versus Jax Dane. This is going to be brutal.
Yeah, well, again, back to Nick's point, which I take as an axiom. We want to settle these things in the ring. There's been a lot of extracurricular activity. Both men wanted to do this kind of match of brutality. I guess you'd call it a slap fight. It seemed to go much further. Jax, of course, attacked at the end of that, where Crimson had said he was going to try to humiliate Jax. he certainly had every opportunity to kind of call it fair and square. Trevor Murdoch was the special guest referee on that. Jax attacks Crimson. I want this stuff to end. It's like these guys are going to settle in the cage, and hopefully that'll be that. Whoever wins there will certainly have every right to say, okay, this thing is done, and let's all move on. Let's not forget, Jax Dane is holding in his pocket a world heavyweight championship opportunity. Those stakes are not on the line, but certainly if Crimson was to beat Jax, he could certainly make a case that he should also be in the world heavyweight title picture. So lots of stakes involved here, but at the end of the day, it's a grudge. It's deeply personal between the two men, and I just want it settled in the ring. And the best way to settle it is to have a cage, make sure that nobody gets in, nobody gets out until it's over.
Lots of other great matches. I only have a short time with you. I want to ask you one more question. There are so many diehard NWA and just those old school wrestling fans in that area, that Middle Tennessee, that Kentucky area. We know we have a lot of those folks that are going to be coming to By Any Means Necessary. How exciting is it for you to help promote a show in that place, which was really the heart of the NWA for a long time?
Well, not only that, that's, the area my grandmother was born in. So I have family from that area, certainly near and dear to my heart. It is the heart of the NWA, that part of the country, going down into the Southeast. And, this is why we want to run locally, not just, in television studios. We want to take the show to the people, as people saw in St. Louis with Powerrr in 73. We're capable of putting on a world-class event wherever we settle. We have great superstars. And like I said, many of them will be there for the show. And for those just watching Powerrr, this will be broadcast over 2 episodes of Powerrr coming up relatively soon, I believe in November. So it's a very, very exciting night all the way around. And I look to have more and more of these as we go forward. So this really should usher in the new era of the NWA.
Well, Mr. Corgan, thank you so much for joining me right here on PowerrrSurge. And I look forward to seeing you in person at By Any Means Necessary.
Thank you, Joe.